How to create interesting gradients using generative fill in Photoshop 2024. Just going to create a complete fresh document, so edit and fill and white. Just start with that or create a new document. Then go to the gradient tool. With the gradient tool selected, go for classic gradient and choose all kinds of colourful designs you've got available. And I'm just going to apply it using blend mode of difference and also linear or radial, doesn't matter. I'm going with radial. And apply it a couple of times and you've got something like that, which I think is a pretty reasonable gradient anyway. But what you can then do is you can go over here and rectangular marquee tool. You could of course create any selection, don't need to go with rectangular, and set a feather. I'm going for about maybe 40. Just set it to 40 and then create that in the center. And you can see then you get that rounded selection. Select and inverse, and the area that I'm going to apply is going to be the inverse. So I'm just going to apply the generative fill to this. So edit and down to fill and generative fill. So select that, and you don't have to type anything. You could of course, but I'm just going to click generate, leave it blank, and it will process and create its own gradient. And it will give you some variations as well. So you can choose, you know what, I think that one looks brilliant, or maybe that one looks brilliant. Now the central area is going to be the same. It's just going to use what's already there. So I'm just going to go with that. I think that looks good. And then I'm just going to flatten it. So if you go to layers, you can see it generates a generative fill layer. Don't want that. So layer and flatten image. So it's all flattened back into a single one. Well, you can do exactly the same as before. You can select a different area, maybe that area. And you could maybe choose some others. Let's just go here, just go to the add, and you could just add a bit more and select some different parts. Then again, go to select and inverse, edit, and again, generative fill. Click generate, and it will again process that and generate a gradient based on this image. And again, you can go through and select which one you think, that one I think looks pretty good. And I'm just going to go again, layer and flatten image. So it just flattens it. So now you've created a really unusual gradient design, which of course can be manipulated further using filters as well as brush strokes and much, much more. If you've got any questions, please let me know in the comments below. Also, a like or dislike, always appreciated. Also, please subscribe, always adding new tutorials about Photoshop, Illustrator, Affinity Photo, and many, many other applications as well. Bye.